Well, when I'm looking at the sort of challenges that face us for ministry across this diocese, I think the key thing is for us to be able to resource parishes at the ground level with the sort of energy and people that they need to do their stuff and to push out the love of God into the neighbourhood. So I think that's the critical challenge. When I look at the sort of issues about resourcing ministry, one of the key things is that we're facing a double whammy of retirements. People who started 40 years ago as vicars, people who started in midlife 20 years ago seem to be retiring roughly at the same time. So we've got a capacity issue, and one of the ways we're trying to address that is to respond to Bishop Stephen's challenge to find 50 people who resource themselves to be in ministry rather than being resourced by the church, but are nevertheless available in different ways to be of service to the Christian community in this area. The other area we're looking at, of course, is building up what we call lay ministry. Those are people who are not got the dog collar, but are working as collaborators and assistants with parish priests and what we call some fresh expressions initiatives. That's new ways of exploring the church. At the moment, we've got about 76 people training on our School of Ministry for that. We're about to take some new opportunities for people to join up. We've got some what we call Count Me In events coming in on the 10th of February and the 12th of February. People who might say, well, I could do that. We would love to see them and bring them onto our training program for that. We've also got 18 people at the moment training for being vicars in the process, and another 16 who we think this year might be possibles, and another 41 who are busy saying this might be something for me. So there's a lot of people around, and the key thing is to, as it were, give them the opportunity, see who's right for the different roles, and then work as best we can to get them out onto the field. Well, Bishop Stephen's given us a challenge to find these 50 folk who can be self-supporting ordained ministers. That's sort of people who are like vicars, but not necessarily all looking after parishes, but working in different ways across this diocese. And that's quite a big challenge, a big call. But we think it's possible. One of the ways we're doing it is by drawing in a colleague, Reverend Jane Bolton, who will be the officer for these folk. Now, what these folk are, as it were, compared to normal vicars in the past, is that whereas most people see normal vicars as given their living by the church, these people are offering themselves but providing their own living by carrying on in their jobs, or they might have a pension that's okay, whatever. So they don't have a cost on the church at that level. Obviously there's some other costs to do with, so we're supporting them in ministry, but they provide the resources for their own ministry at that level. So really what we're saying is that there are people around in our church across this region who may be asking the question, could I be of service to the church in this particular way? And if you're interested in that, why not get in touch with us? The first port of call is Trish Stafford, who's our administrator, and if you ring her up, she can put you in touch with the appropriate person who can take things on. That might be thinking about becoming possibly a vicar, it might be becoming a lay minister. Of course, before you talk to Trish, it's a good idea to talk to your vicar, because he or she would want to support you or at least have a chat with you in advance. So chat to the vicar first. If between you come out with a view, this is for us and for me, then get in touch with us and we'll take it further. It'd be great to see you.